Welcome back. It's Dr. Jen Verboni, better known as DocJenFit, doctor of physical therapy, owner and founder of Gen Health, your one stop for all aches and pains that you're having in your body. And you can use our platform to freely search, look through our free movement playlist, or sign up for our plan. If you are someone with super high, stiff arches, I want to help you go through 5 exercises to help relax tension in that foot, relax some of maybe pains and aches that you're having due to that super high stiff arch, which my husband has as well. And all you need is a wall, and I'm going to use a long resistance band. Now, we do have a therapy kit complete with long bands, loops, and a free low back plan to teach you how to use all of this if you're interested and you don't have any bands at home. So we'll have that linked up as well. Before we get into the 5 exercises, we also have a completely free plantar fasciitis guide. So if you are here because you're getting plantar fasciitis, you feel like your high arches, your stiff feet are causing a lot of this pain, I'd highly recommend getting that. It's a completely free guide and you can download it on your own time. Now, the first one we're going to start with is massaging the top of the foot, where most people are going to want to take a ball and massage the bottom of the foot, which is totally fine. You can keep doing that. Massage the bottom of the foot. But what we don't focus on a lot is that a stiff arch typically has some like bending of the toes and a lot of tension at the top of the foot. So we want to relax that tension. And I'm just going to take my fingers and start to slowly kind of massage out between my toes. So I'm getting the top of my foot to start to relax, those tendons that come on the top to tell the toes, hey, you can extend. You don't have to be so locked up all the time, because they usually help to assist with that rigid arch and that high arch that you tend to have. So we just want to start to relax tension. So make sure as you're doing this, you're not pulling your toes up. Try to keep your toes down, flat, and relaxed. And you're just going to, maybe you're doing 5 to 10 passes through each toe. You're going to go slow. You're going to, modulate a type of pressure that you're putting based on what your foot needs. So if you're like, woo, that's really sensitive, maybe you're just putting a little bit of lighter pressure and you're not necessarily kind of grinding it through, but you're just kind of touching and starting to massage the top of the foot. This is a highly neglected area where most people are going to want to just focus on the bottom of the foot. And so starting to pay attention here can help to start to relax the top of that foot, and we can help to start to elongate what those toes are doing to assist with the bottom of the foot as well. So that's the first place we're going to start. Make sure that you're doing both sides, right? So again, just placing those hands and gliding them through the tissue. Finding areas that might feel a little bit more tense. Maybe you stop there. Maybe you're putting a little bit of pressure. Our body and our brain responds to pressure and touch to help it relax. So whether that's kind of like vibrating into an area or just holding, sustaining pressure, we don't want to make it so intense because we're not breaking anything up, but we're helping to talk to the brain, those mechanoreceptors that lie right underneath our skin, to tell it to chill out. It doesn't have to be so tense and tight, okay? Now we're going to hop over to a calf stretch on the wall. For the calf stretch on the wall, you want to place your hands so it's kind of putting pressure into the wall as you press your heel back. Now look down at your foot. Spread those toes a little bit. Let them relax first. So we don't want them to be tense. So kind of spread, relax those toes. And now try to get that heel straight down behind you and take some deep, slow breaths. So this would be about 5 to 10 really slow breaths on each side. Expanding from that rib cage, helping to relax tension. And each breath, if you're doing it really slow, really controlled, you should start to feel a relaxation and an increased range of motion, maybe reduce tension in that calf. You can always start a little bit higher, and then as you continue breathing, maybe you can find a little bit more range of motion. Again, this is kind of similar to the massage. You don't want to start super aggressive. So kind of a little spread of those toes if you can. Relax them on the floor, get that heel straight back, and then breathing. So think of kind of squeezing that glute as well. So you're keeping that hip kind of straight and the hip bones coming toward the wall as you're putting pressure and tension into the wall here. So this tension kind of drives up the wall and it puts pressure down into my heel to get a really good calf stretch here. Okay, calves are usually highly neglected, so spending time to relax and stretch them can really help to play a role of what's happening at the bottom of the foot as well. So taking time, 5 to 10 breaths, and you can always repeat that another round as well. Right after relaxing tension in the calves, I love getting into an ankle mobilization. So we're going to get a little bit deeper now. So not getting the full calf because now the knee is going to be bent. I'm going to stretch my knee over my toes as much as possible. Now, what you want to watch here is that you're not letting your hip kind of come out to the side in order to compensate and trying to get more range here. So we want to keep that hip back as the knee comes forward. So that's going to help us keep our knee like over the second to third toe is kind of what you're thinking about. Okay. So it doesn't have to be way out to the side, but we definitely don't want it inside the big toe. So kind of facing forward here. Now I'm going to take my inside hand and I'm going to place it on the top of my ankle. So this is going to be similar to like a mobilization that you would do with a physical therapist. So you're going to place your hand on top of the foot, pushing back towards your ankle, and you kind of allow that palm to be heavy as you cup around that ankle, pushing down and back as you come forward. Again, we're going to spend time about 10 slow breaths here. This definitely needs a lot of time and pressure forward. That's why it's easier to do it on a higher surface like this. It could be a bench, a chair, something sturdy. You can do this on the floor, but if you're limited in ankle range of motion, it's hard to get enough pressure over. So that's why I usually like to recommend doing it on a higher surface. And you're just taking 10 breaths, really pushing into that knee, pushing forward weight. And as you start, you might notice that your heel it's really hard to keep it down in order to generate enough pressure over to actually feel a stretch. So if you need to, allow that heel to lift off just slightly in the back, not a whole bunch. Now, as you're holding this and putting pressure, you want to make sure, especially if this is more of like your first time doing it, you're going to what you can tolerate. Everything is not about going max out, but it's really like, okay, I'm putting pressure down and back into my ankle and then leaning forward. And if I feel like, whoa, that's a lot for either the back of my calf or the front of my ankle, you want to modulate how you're feeling, making sure that you're only going into what you can tolerate. This takes time, especially changing ankle range of motion, especially with high stiff arches. It takes consistency. So now I'm just going to move this back and have a seat, and we're going to work on toe spreads. Okay. So from here, and it's easier to do it sitting so that you don't have to think about what's happening when you're standing. You're going to lift your toes and then try to spread them out. So you're trying to think the big toes are going toward each other, the pinky toes are going toward the floor, and you're really trying to spread as much as you can. Lower those toes in a spread position and then come to a relaxed position. Lift, spread as much as you can, trying to get every toe separated. Place them down onto the floor and then let them relax. Lift, spread, and you'll do this 10 times. Place them down on the floor, trying to get them to spread. I have 2 toes that want to stay together on my left foot. Lift, spread them out as much as possible. Place them down. And when you place them down, you don't want any gripping, right? We want reach with those toes and then relax. A lift, a spread, a reach of those toes and relax. Okay. This is something that you want to keep working on. So whether it's kicking off your shoes at the end of the day and working on this lift, spread, reach, if you have a really hard time spreading your toes in general, this is where it's really going to be recommended to start with a toe splay. You can get a discount on Naboso. I love the Naboso toe splay. But you can also even just start with weaving some short socks between your toes and just getting some spread. At least 10 to 15 minutes a day is a really good place to start so that you can come back to this exercise and actually start making real change. So getting that passive stretch can always help so that you can get this active range of motion starting to work. Last, we're just going to come into a standing position with that long resistance band. So I'm going to take this band, and where I want you to place it is actually the bottom of your first met head. So this is going to be the ball of your toe. So not necessarily on the big toe, but on the ball of the toe and only there. So I want you to place it underneath that ball, smash it down. Now, just like we did, you're going to lift your toes, spread them as much as you can, and allow them to reach. You're trying not to grip. So we're reworking the bottom of those intrinsic foot muscles and how you spread across what's called your transverse arch here, rather than just focusing on that medial arch. So we really want that whole spread and tension through this transverse arch to help extend, reach, flatten out that foot, rework the dynamics of those intrinsic foot muscles. Now, holding it there, reaching those toes, we're going to pull a little tension on the band. That's going to make you aware if you're putting pressure down onto that first met head or the ball of the foot, and you're going to balance. You can unlock that knee a little bit, balance, and we're just holding here for 10 seconds. Work up to 30 seconds, work up to a minute, work up to movement if you can, different directions if you can. So this is a good one to use in order to progress. Okay, but at least starting with like 5 times at 10 seconds, moving to 3 times for 30 seconds, 2 times for 60 seconds. All of these are ways that you can start to progress. Again, it's right under the ball of the big toe. We lift, we spread, we reach. Unlock that knee just a tad and see if you can balance. Look down too. Check. Are my toes? It's okay if there is some wrinkling of the toes. What we don't want to see is this joint in the front start to pop up and bend. So we really want a reach and a spread and a press down. That's how we know that we're starting to rework the way that foot is kind of functioning overall. So those 5 exercises are a great place to start. But again, if you're having plantar fasciitis, we have a lot more exercises and understanding of what plantar fasciitis is. So make sure to get that free guide. Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.